Hi guys, Turgor here with another video for today. We are doing a triple upload video, which is really rare for this channel. But again, I wanted to cover those three talent specs in a whole. So we are doing a Restoration Shaman preview video for PvP. So we're taking talents for PvP. So don't be surprised that I'm going to ignore about the talents that are actually not really applicable for PvP, or at least not usable for PvP. So take my advice with a grain of salt, because I'm not a Lonta, I'm not a Seedu. I play DPS most of my time, so I think if you want to have the best restoration guidance, I would just go to Seedu or Lonta, but at least you can have a preview about the talent. So let's jump right away. We get Chain Heal and Lava Burst whenever we go Restoration, which is pretty neat because you will get a DPS ability, but also a healing ability. You also see that you will need to get Chain Lightning to get Frost Shock, so we are going to take Frost Shock because it is actually a very important spell to use in PvP, but also we are going to take Focused Insight because casting a Flame Shock reduces the mana cost of your next heal by 10% and increases its healing effectiveness by 15 times 2, 30%, which is massive. It is a massive buff to your healing. I guess it might be nerfed for PvP, but in PvE it might be actually super useful and your healing throughput might be super good. We're also taking Astral Shift because basically without a wall you're going to die really fast. I prefer to play with Plains Traveler because it's a longer CD, a shorter CD, but also a longer usage of your wall. I also take Wind Shear because it's super important. I don't know about Earth Elemental. I'm looking if we have enough points for that. We always take Hex because we want to actually polymorph people, like hex people, whenever you're PvPing in arenas. But I guess in PvE, maybe in BGs, you don't really need to take it. But if you play mostly arenas, you will probably take hex most of the time. Cleanse Spirit, I would just take it. It's a better version of your cleanse. I don't know if maybe it might be baseline. They said like they were changing a lot of these spells, how they work for healers, but for now we have to take it. Now I'm going to go to the left side first, but we are going to talk about a few talents that are, for me, probably super useful. Like, for example, a Purge. You also can go Greater Purge, but I feel Purge is just a better talent, for PvP at least. And now we have a lot of choices. Look, you can go Tremor if you want to, but depending on matchups, if you're not playing versus a warlock or priest or warrior, for example, there will be no fear, no charm, no sleep. So is it worth it to get Tremor? No. But I'm going to assume that you are playing versus a warlock or a priest, so I'll get Tremor Totem, also get the Capacitator Totem, and also get Earth Grab Totem. So basically we are taking all the utility that they kind of left out on the tree for Restoration Shaman. I already see a problem because it's also the first time I tried to make a tree for Restoration Shaman. We are using a lot of points for a lot of things that are mandatory. So you will have to make decisions on a few things. Are you going to take the Capacitated Totem or not? Are you going to take the Tremor Totem or not? Or even the Earth Grab Totem? But let's continue to actually have some good insight. I like to have Earth Shield, of course, and I like to have Elemental Orbit, so you can Earth Shield yourself and your ally. Super good for 2s, and even better for 3s, because you can have a Water Shield on yourself and an Earth Shield, so it's going to be actually super useful to yeah, manage your healing, but also your healing throughput. Spirit Walker's Grace, very important, and now you have the first choice. You had a PvP talent, which is the Silence and Interrupt, but now it is a talent, and it is tied to the other talent, Graceful Spirit, which reduces the Spirit Walker's Grace by 60 seconds, but also improves your movement speed. Now, I prefer a Silence Interrupt immunity, so I will take the Aegis. I can understand if you prefer to play with Grateful Spirit because it will make a 1 minute CD, which is pretty good for mobility. But I'm taking Aegis. So, Now we took most of the utility. We have more choices now. Are we going to take totem in projection for example, some capacitator totem plays? You could. You could also save your totems because you are going to grab those totems and put it in a safe place. Like for example, a healing tide totem might be super big. I also see that I want to have Call of the Elements for probably the big healing tide totems, for example. I don't know if they are still playing with Healing Tide, but I assume they do. So I'm going to get Totemic Projection because I also prefer to have the increase to healing done by Earth Shields 25% or 50%, but also increase the amount of mana recovered with Water Shield, which is actually super good. So let's discuss about a few points. We need that healing stream totem, so we will need to actually use some talents from the left side. But now, do I want to actually play with Totemic Surge? I prefer to have Elemental Warding to reduce the damage taken. 6% like perma wall might be super good, so I'm gonna take it as a healer at least. Healing Stream Totem, I think it's pretty good, so I'm playing with it. Nature Swiftness, pretty good too. Imagine your big heals are going to like hit for a lot, and you don't have that in Shadowlands. And now that you will have it, you will feel probably a bit more strong. Um, I'm going to already go for the Call of the Elements because it's super strong. I'm gonna take it, and also I'm going to take Creation Core because it affects another talent as well. You have also improved Call of Elements if you want to. It's actually just a CD reduction on the Call of the Elements, but I prefer to have two totems to be actually um, like affected by the Call of the Elements. Now we have like 5 points left. It becomes very hard because I really wanted to have at the lightning lasso for the off damage, but you could actually do that for twos. If you want to play aggressive, you can just forego these talents and you go like this. So you will have like lightning bolt damage, which is not that great for a restoration shaman, but you'll take it. You will have thunderstorm, which is super big for self peel. As a restoration shaman, I think you might want that, but hey, it's your decision. But you also have lightning lasso, which is super big for two. So like I imagine how disgusting it might be. So yeah, you have loads of good things. Like you're not playing with nature's guardian, so you will be a little less selfish on that, but you might be super strong in twos. But for now, I'm going to discuss for trees. You're not playing with lightning lasso. Thunderstorm maybe, but I'm going to remove it for now. I'm going to remove improved lightning bolt because it's 2 points, a bit too much to actually work around. I prefer to play with swirling currents, which just improves your healing by 25% whenever you use healing stream totem. And then we can go for mana spring totem to actually have more mana regeneration for you and your party members, but that's more a PvE talent. I'd prefer to not take it, I'm going to be honest, but I think I'm going to take it because I don't know how it might be actually in PvP. So we're going to test it. We also don't have the numbers, 0 mana. If it was like 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, it's a big deal. So I'm going to take it, but with a grain of salt, like with a really little grain of salt, because I prefer to go thunderstorm to be honest. But let's play it because you can actually do this, improve lightning bolt and then thunderstorm, and you're pretty much like a peel machine for your teammates, but also yourself. But for now, let's play the normal restoration build, and maybe we can change it up after it. I think Sidio will like this, like thunderstorm thing. I think he will like it. Mana Spring Totem, and I'll also like Ancestral Guidance, so why not? It's 1 point. And then you have 1 point to spend. I would maybe spend it on Poison Cleansing Totem if you're playing versus an Assassination Rogue, or you can play with Guardian's Cudgel, which is quite nice because if they destroy your Capacitated Totem, it respawns a new one instead, so you will have a stun regardless. But I'm going to play with Guardian's Cudgel. It will be my restoration spec. So we don't have the cool gust of wind because you need to sacrifice a lot of points. You don't have nature's guardian, which is a shame, but you have ancestral guidance, which is quite crazy for a restoration shaman. So why not? And you also have the option to put out those points and go back to thunderstorm, which is also a great alternative to actually peel yourself. You will play without the earth elemental, unfortunately, but you can also just remove guardian's cudgel or maybe clan spirit, because if they have no curse, why not? Why take clan spirit, for example? You have loads of options to actually try to get the best shaman tree for your restoration shaman. So let's discuss about restoration tree right away. We get Reptile as first. We don't really have any choice. And now you have like tree. I didn't see any talent from the restoration shaman, so it is going to be very new for me. But you get an extra charge if you're taking this. So basically, you don't really need to go this route if you really desire to have like more DPS and more peeling utility. But if you want to have the max out healing throughput, I think you will have to take a second charge of healing stream totem. Casting Riptide has just 2 stacks of Tidal Wave. It's pretty much the same as on PvP, at least in Shadowlands. Healing Wave, very good. It is efficient healing, so you will have to take it for the Water Shield. And Water Shield is quite awesome, so I'm gonna take it. Lava Surge, of course, I feel like it's a very good talent to take. But it's quite weird that I didn't see it on the enhancement tree, so I might have missed that out maybe. But like I think enhancement shaman might have that, but why not? When you consume tidal waves, the cast time of your next healing, that's super important. Consuming a tidal waves reduces the cooldown of Cloudburst Totem. Do we have Cloudburst Totem? I don't think we have it. Ah, there. I don't think you will. I don't think you will not need that. I don't think you want that actually. Here, the Master of Elements, I feel like it's too greedy. So I'm gonna discuss about the left side first. The left side has Healing Rain. I don't know if I want it, like because in PvP you don't really use that, or am I wrong? I don't feel like a lot of people that cast this in PvP. You might cast it with Nature Swiftness though, but why would you spend that on Nature Swiftness? Healing Wave, Chain Heal for an additional. That's quite nice, 20%. Healing instantly restores. I mean, 25% is really low. It might be 50% since it is a 2 point talent. Acid Rain, that might be good. That might be good. That could be good. Or Call of Thunder, but again, it's very. I don't know, man. You get Stormkeepers as a restoration shaman, man. You might play like a DPS at that point. That's actually big. Imagine those lightning bolts like instant going like super hard. That might be super strong. That might be super strong. Here, healing tide totem, pretty much you will need to spirit link. So I'm going to progress first, and then we will see if we are going to the left side or not. Because there is a lot of points, like talent points, to actually spam. So I don't know if we have that. Um, Healing surge is more effective on yourself. I feel like it depends on the meta. Sometimes they don't go for the healer, and then you feel like you have a talent for nothing. But if they do go for you, I would just take it, for example. Um, those are like, if you don't take Cloudburst Totem, I feel like this talent is useless. Alright, Malachite Totem, very important PvP. Your direct heal refunds a percentage of your maximum mana, so you will probably want crits. Healing Tide Totem for sure, you will need that. Echo of the Elements, do you want that? Because it's only Lava Burst, it's not like Riptide. If it was Riptide, why not? Unleash Life, which is pretty much like on Live, and you have Undulation. Unleash Life is quite nice, so I prefer to play Unleash Life. So basically, instead of just going this side, you can just go like in the middle and you can then still take the important talents. So we are not like super inclined to go this route. It might be good for leveling though, like stormkeepers and such, but I don't know if it's going to be very good in PvP. Maybe if you're playing twos with lightning lasso, for example, and stormkeepers, it might be like super bursty, but we need to see how it works. I don't know if I'm going to take the crit because it depends if we are building crit or not. So for now, I'm not going to take the crit talent. Here you have, of course, Earthwall Totem. I'm gonna take Earthwall Totem. It's too bis. It's too good. And we have still 7 points to spend before we are going to go lower. So I might just take a look at the right side. Healing Stream Totem heals for 10% more each time it ticks. And it ticks for about 7 times, if I'm not mistaken. 7 times or 8 times depending on haste. So it will be like 80% increased healing, yeah? I don't know, man. I feel like you don't really need to go there. It's interesting, but I feel like it's more of a PvE talent, and even then, like do you want to spend 2 points to get like Living Stream? I don't know. Here increases the initial heal from Riptide and imbue the shamans with earth and life. Healing at 20% chance, additional. So you get basically a hot. You get a hot with earth living weapon, and it can get increased. Always triggers on targets below 12%. And here you get wellspring or deeply rooted elements. I don't know if deeply rooted elements is very good as a resto shaman. I actually never tried it. Um, let's do a talent tree where you think you're going to be in danger. So you're going to play with refreshing waters. I would play with 20% more healing on Riptide. I want to try Earth Living Weapon. I always liked it in on Warlock and such. So I'm gonna take it. So we have 3 points to spend still. So basically we can just take rain. You can take a healing rain, and you can take a deluge. So basically, you will have more healing. Because whenever you do Riptide, you get 20% more healing for your healing surge. So it's quite big. And you still can go Acid Rain or Call of Thunder, but for now we're going to keep it. We're going to see the last rows. So we have Ancestral Awakening. When you critically heal with your healing wave, healing surge, or Riptide, you summon an ancestral spirit to aid you, instantly healing the lowest percentage health friendly or raid targets for 10%. So basically you're going to build crit, because that's not a percentage chance. It's every time you're going to crit, you're going to actually heal for a lot. So it might, like 20% actually. It's very big. It's very big. Here you have High Tide. Every 0 mana you spend brings a High Tide, making your next. I mean, that's more chain healing. I don't think it's good for PvP. Every 4 cast of Riptide also applies Riptide to another. That's PvE. Downpour. I feel like it's good, but it's very situational. Primary targets of your chain heal is healed for an additional 20%. Here, that's the legendary, the Earth shield legendary. So I'm going to take it for sure. I'm going to take Ascendance because it's a big healing spell and also super satisfying to actually use. Overcharge your mana for 8 seconds, increasing your haste by 10% and healing done by 10%, while overcharge your mana regeneration is halted. I mean, 10% is not a lot, especially 8 seconds wherever your mana is not regenerating. You're going to lose a lot of mana by using it. Of course, it's 30-second CD. You're not going to use it all the time, but I don't know. For each Riptide active on an ally, your heals are... That's underwhelming. So basically in arenas is going to be 3%, maybe 4% if there is a pet. It's really underwhelming though. It's really underwhelming. We have still 7 points left. I'm gonna take Primordial Wave. I think that's the best that you can have. Increase the healing done by in your next healing wave by 15%. I think that's good. And you have Tumbling Wave or Continuous Wave. I feel like the restoration tree at the end of the restoration shaman tree is not very good. Those options are not good. Like it's 15%. It's not 30%. It's 15% and reduces the cooldown, or you reduce the cooldown. I might just use the reducing the cooldown because it's 30 seconds, but always like 30 seconds instead of just random. So we still have 3 points left. We still have 3 points left, and we could still go for Stormkeepers. Casting heal, chain heal on a target affected by a Riptide consumes Riptide, increasing. That's chain heal is never like it's never good in PvP. You don't have the option to actually use it. So I would just take Ancestral Awakening and build crit. I would just build crit at this point. So we have Ascendance, we have the Primordial Wave, we have the Earth Legendary, Earth Shield Legendary. We're losing a lot. I'm going to be honest. I'm actually surprised at how poor the talents placements are. You need to spend a lot of points to be effective. You might go for Resurgence if you're going to crit, to go for crit. I still think Mastery is super needed though. So I would just go either Resurgence or Echo of the Elements, basically. But let's take Echo of the Elements, just because I like to have more Lava Burst. So basically this is the talents that I would do for the Restoration Shaman. I don't know, I need to see Sidiu and Lonta what they are doing with the Restoration Shaman. I feel it's underwhelming, except the class tree. The class tree is super good because you can have Thunderstorm, you can have like Lightning Lasso, but then again, you need to spend a lot of points to get like significant healing. Maybe Earth Warden is good, maybe. It depends about the hot, how good the hot is. Creates a surge of water that flows forward. Maybe this Wellspring or deeply rooted elements. Maybe deeply rooted elements is good on Restoration Shaman. But I don't know, man. So for now, we play with Ascendance, Primordial Wave, the Earth Shield Legendary, Ancestral Awakening, which is quite good actually. If you're going for crit, you're going to like always crit. Like whenever you're critting, you're going to get 20% increased health, like healing on your target. So it's quite big. Healing Tide Totem again, it's quite meh until you have the PvP talent. If you have the PvP talent, it might be good, but yeah. So, I don't have really a good idea about Restoration Shaman. I need to see a lot more videos. I don't know, you guys. Can you comment below what you think about the Restoration tree? I feel like it's underwhelming. I feel like the class tree is more interesting for Restoration Shamans. And Restoration Shamans basically get all their utility back, your spells, and then you get some passives here and there that are quite new. But basically, you're not winning anything, really. Maybe Stormkeepers, again, maybe you want to play super aggressive as a Restoration Shaman, so you're going to forego, for example, a few talents to go for the Stormkeepers. And then you go for the Thunderstorm or Lightning Lasso, you forgo you're forgetting those talents, for example, and then you can go super aggressively. But for me, right now, this is the best I can make, healing-wise at least. Maybe you would go for Cloudburst, who knows. So, let me know in the comment section below what you think about Restoration Shaman 3, but also let me know what you think about this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Also, you have a elemental preview from me and an enhancement preview from me on my channel. Links are in the description below, but also in the comments, so you can always check on the comments. And also, have a great day. We will see each other very soon. Bye.